always been a big fan of the word literacy. Part of it is I was raised as a bibliophile, someone who loved to spend hours and hours sunk into books. But it's also because I'm a big fan of language. As our media continues to develop and we learn new means of communicating, I like to also look at the way that literacy as a concept is evolving. Many people try to put a prefix in front of the word literacy, like media literacy or digital literacy, or one of my favorites, network literacy. But I tend to think that these are unnecessary, that instead we should look at literacy as a concept in a very elastic and dynamic form. I like to often define the internet as a learning curve, and the whole notion of a digital divide reflecting our position on the learning curve. That the higher up you are, the more empowered your literacy and therefore your ability to interact with society. Yet as I'm also watching the return of visual culture, whether photography or video, I'm also witnessing the development of what I'm starting to call post-literacy. And by post-literacy, I don't mean illiteracy, but rather a transcendence of literacy in the sense of postmodern or post-industrial, or here in Canada, post-media. And the notion of post-literacy is it allows for much more condensed, a much more nuanced type of language that isn't as literal as the traditional written form, but is far more subjective, far more based on an interpretation of meaning rather than a set understanding of what's there. So in this sense, post-literacy is not so much a threat to literacy, but part of its ongoing evolution. While it sort of hints at the idea of leaving literacy behind, it more speaks to a rising above, a transcending, in which that literacy is used to take flight.